Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students of English version 11, Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad Obadir Rahman Chaudhary, lecturer in physics, Cantonment Public School and College, Saidpur. Today we are going to discuss important topics from physics first paper and second chapter from Victor chapter, the parallelogram law. You know that the parallelogram law indicates how we can add two similar vectors. First of all, we will memorize the parallelogram law as a knowledge type question. You may face this law as knowledge type question. Suppose write the parallelogram law. So you can memorize the parallelogram law as knowledge type question from any writer's book. Which definition you can choose more, and which you will be able to memorize easily. Now we are going to actually discuss the theoretical process of the parallelogram law. According to the parallelogram law, if two similar vectors x along with to the two adjacent side of a parallelogram from a particular point in both magnitude and direction, then the diagonal from that particular point will indicate the addition of those two vectors. Here our selected parallelogram is, you can see, O, A, C, B. And along with side OA, here is acting vector P, and along with side OB, here is acting vector Q. So, according to the definition of parallelogram law, the diagonal from point O, OC, here OC, will indicate the addition of those two vectors. So you can also face understand based question from this parallelogram law. You may face the question as explain the parallelogram law. In this case, first of all, when you will submit the answer, then first of all you will have to write the definition of the parallelogram law, and then you will explain that this law. And in this case, you must submit the figure. First of all, from the figure, let us be clear which information is given here. Here OACB is a parallelogram, and along with the side of OA, here is acting vector P, and along with side OB, here is acting vector Q. So, according to the definition of the parallelogram law, the diagonal from point O, here OC, will indicate the addition of vector P and vector Q. So first of all, you will submit the knowledge type question, the parallelogram law. If two similar vectors x from a particular point along with two adjacent sides of a parallelogram in both magnitude and direction, then the diagonal from that particular point will indicate the addition or the resultant of those two vectors. First of all, you submit the definition, and then when you will submit the explanation, according to the information we can see here from the parallelogram O, A, C, B, along with side OA, here is acting vector P, and along with side OB, here is acting vector Q. So, and from the particular point O, the diagonal is OC. And along with OC, suppose you have submitted the symbol of the resultant is vector R. And when we will submit the explanation, from the information of this parallelogram, we can write in this way: as along with side OA, there is acting vector P and is acting vector Q, and the resultant will indicate the diagonal will indicate the resultant of those two vectors. So first of all, along with the information of the parallelogram OACB, we can write in this way. According to the definition, the diagonal, as the diagonal will indicate the addition of two vectors. So here is diagonal vector OC. The OC will must be equal of the addition of OA and OB. So this is why we can write according to the parallelogram law. Again I am replying according to the parallelogram law. If two similar vector x along with the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram from a particular point, then the diagonal from that particular point will indicate the resultant or addition of those two vectors. So here the diagonal is OC. Diagonal is OC. So here OC is equal to OA and OB. And as along with OA is acting a particular vector quantity, and along with side OB is acting a particular vector Q. So we must submit the vector sign on side OA and side OB. So this is why when we will submit the explanation, we can write in this way. Here, according to the information or the definition of the parallelogram law, diagonal OC is equal to OA plus OB. OC equals to OA plus OB. Why? As according to the information, along with two adjacent side is two vector x along with two adjacent side of a parallelogram, then the diagonal will indicate the addition of those two vectors. So we have the diagonal OC is equal to as the addition. This is why we will write diagonal OC is equal to OA plus OB. OC equals to OA plus OB. And along with the diagonal, as we get the resultant, this is why we have submitted here the R for resultant. That means the addition of those two vectors. So in replace of OC, we can write vector R in replace of OC, vector R, and along with side OA, is acting vector P. So we will submit the vector P, and along with the side OB, it is acting vector Q. So submit here vector Q. So when we will submit the answer as when we face the question as understand based question, explain the parallelogram law, then first of all you will submit the definition from any writer's books which uh, you will memorize yourself easily and perfectly, and then you will draw the full figure of this parallelogram, and then you will submit the explanation in this way. From here you can complete it or finish the understand based question. Now we'll explain here, we'll see here how we can find out the resultant of the vector P and vector Q, both in magnitude and direction. Again, let us remember again, according to the parallelogram law, if two similar vector, it will, what it means the similar vector. Some student may question this, sir, here, what is the meaning of two similar vector? Two similar vector here means you know that there are two many vector quantities. Suppose velocity vector quantities. So along with side OA, it had x velocity, along with side OB, here also you must submit velocity. On the other hand, if along with side OA, here you submit the vector force. So along with side OB, it also act force. It will maybe also EMF electromotive force. Then along with side OA, you will must submit the electromotive force, and along with side OB, you will must submit the electromotive force. This is why the information is given in the parallelogram law. The if two similar vectors. I hope you have been clear what it means the two similar vector according to the parallelogram law. So now we'll see how we can find out the resultant of two vectors. First of all, to find out the resultant of those two vectors perfectly and exactly, we have to maintain some formalities here. Suppose, first of all, we have already drawn the parallelogram O, A, C and B. So when we will find out the value, we will extend the side OA up to point D. Then at point D, we will draw a normal or perpendicular from point C, and here the perpendicular is CD. First of all, this way. And here uh, we have selected the angle between vector P and vector Q is alpha. And in this figure, as side OB and side AC are parallel to each other, and OAD is intersection here. So you know well from the geometrical law, here angle AOB and angle DAC or CAD will be same. Suppose the angle between vector P and vector Q here is alpha. That means the angle between side OA and side OB is alpha. So according to the condition, the angle CAD will also be alpha, as OB and OC, these two sides are parallel to each other. So first of all, this is why you can write according to the condition from the given figure. Here angle AOB, angle AOB is alpha. So the same way angle CAD will also be alpha. Okay. Now, first of all, from you can see here OCD is indicates a right angle triangle. From this right angle triangle, so we can easily get an important information according to the Pythagoras law. In this way, you know that the square on the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle OC will be equal to the two square drawn on OD and CD. Exactly, this is a important basic. We have already learned from class 8. So now from the right angle triangle ODC, ODC, OC square equals to OD square plus CD square. So let us inform here OC square equals to OD square plus CD square. OC square equals to OD square and CD square from the Pythagoras law. Again, we can see uh, in the side OD, we can divide into two portions, OA and AD. So, in the second line, we can submit this information. In side OD, we can, here is two parts, OA and AD. This is why we can write in this way, OD equals to OA plus AD. OD equals to OA plus AD. And as there is square here, we will submit this square here. Now you can see a common formula, A plus B square, A plus B square. So according to the formula, we can again explain A plus B square, A square plus 2AB plus B square. A square means here OA square plus 2AB. AB means first OA and B means AB. OA square plus 2 OA into AD to OA into AD plus AD square. According to the formula, A plus B square equals to A square plus 2AB plus B square. So in the same way, here you can see we have already explained the formula A plus B square. After then, you can see here AD square plus CD square. In lieu of, in replace of AD square and CD square, you can inform here or submit another side here. From the another right angle triangle ACD. As this angle is ABC angle is indicate 90-degree angle. Why not? You have drawn the CD as the perpendicular on OD side. So here's a ACD is a right angle triangle. So in this case, from this right angle triangle, AD square plus CD square, AD square plus CD square indicates AC square. So we can easily write here AD square plus CD square equal to AC square. And another value will remain same. OA square plus 2OA into AD, 2OA into AD, and in place of AD square plus CD square, AD square plus CD square will submit here AC square. According to the Pythagoras law, as ADC here is right angle triangle, AC square. So in the same case, OC square equals to, so we can rearrange this in this way. We will submit the square type quantities in the one after another. This is how you can write in this way. OC square, here OC square equal to OA square plus AC square, OA square plus AC square plus 2 OA into AD plus 2 OA into AD in this way. Suppose this is our equation 1. Again, you can see we need a important information, the value of AD here. So this is why again from triangle ACD, from the triangle ACD, you can see well we need here